Well, the annual flooding in Malawi is being called the worst in many years. The World Food Programme warns that the situation is likely to worsen because Malawi's rainy season does not peak until mid-February and heavy rains are forecast to continue. In some villages, only the tops of banana trees can be seen due to the rising water. Aid agencies are trying to help some 600,000 people affected by the flooding. Malawi's president has declared 15 of the country's 28 districts a disaster. The latest report by the United Nations says the floods had killed at least 79 people, displaced over 170,000 from their homes, and cost about 160,000 jobs. In one district alone, 153 people are still missing, and that death toll is expected to rise. Now, for more on the flooding in Malawi, I'm joined by phone from Lilongwe by Rafiq Hajat. He's the director for the Institute for Policy Interaction in Malawi. Rafiq, this is kind of a slow humanitarian crisis unfolding. Tell us, what is the latest from where you have been in terms of the human need?
Okay, actually, in correction, I'm sitting in Blantyre, which is in the southern region, right at the nexus of everything that's going on. I'm sitting in candlelit darkness. We haven't had any electricity for the last 8 hours. And that means that affects medical facilities, it affects hospitals, refrigeration plants for preserving food. It basically also affects the pumping of water, and therefore cities like Blantyre have been relatively dry when it comes to water in the taps. It's leading to a lot of people using gutter water for their basic needs. It's what we fear is generally a rise in cholera. And then in the flood-affected areas, which in fact are also peri-urban, by the way, the major damage is still quite visible. You have got untreated water being used for ingestion. People are eating grass and roots and berries where they can find them. They have no place to live. So
now,
I think the humanitarian disaster is not slowly unfolding. It's unfolding with alarming rapidity.
Now, Rafiq, more rains are forecast in the coming weeks. What preparations are on the ground to exacerbate this problem that would reduce the effect?
At this point in time is people are fleeing to higher ground. They cannot really do much else. And others are bracing themselves by trying to secure their roofs and their walls. But remember, 80% of the population of Malawi live in the rural areas, and it's mostly mud brick houses, and it cannot withstand torrential rainfall. So what we have is really a disaster of immense magnitude unfolding right before our eyes.
Well, we will be watching closely, and perhaps you'll continue updating us. Rafiq, thank you very much. Rafiq Hajat is the director for the Institute for Policy Interaction in Malawi. Well, we want to know what you think about Africa 54 and the stories we covered. Join the conversation on Facebook. The address is Africa 54. And check out our headlines 24/7 on voaafrica.com.